Welcome to today's live stream. It has been a little while since I've done one of these, so I'm a little rusty. I've currently been sat for about 2 hours trying to get all the technology to work, so I'm expecting everything to go wrong today, so bear with. Now, like I said, it has been a while since I've made one of these, since I've done a live stream, and since I've actually done a build. There's been a fair few little changes recently. I'm just there we go. Just gonna hit my live stream up. Just check everything. Oh, yep, can hear it. So watching. Right, just adding a chat message as well, and get all that set up. So if you do want to chat, feel free. My chat window is open. I will try and keep an eye on it. I don't always see it, so I'll try. I'll try and watch it. It's there. Anyway, so today we've got some nice setups for you so you can see what I'm building, what I'm doing, and this is all going to be built. It's not just a normal Lego build. I'm building in stop motion. Now, if you're not sure what stop motion is, quite simply, it is taking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pictures. Sorry, I'm just adjusting one of my lights because I realise it's shining right in my face, which I don't want. Right, there we go, that's better. It's taking hundreds and hundreds of photos of yourself building the set. So every time I put a brick down, I take a photo. And putting all those photos together, running them at about 12 frames per second normally, sometimes I do 15, to make the Lego set look like it's building itself. And if you check my channel out, if you watch my videos before, you'll know I do this all the time, apart from this year where I've been slacking. Anyway, enough on that. I've actually been buying myself new equipment. I've been working on the studio. I've done some really big builds and just got a bit of burnout. So I thought I'd get back in with a nice easy build, and that's this one. Now, I've had no end of problems with my GoPro. So like I said, I've built a brand new studio sort of thing, new desk, new bits, rewired everything, come to use it today, and the wire which connects to the GoPro, which lets it sit on top of the camera and video everything as I'm taking photos, decided that it's had enough, even though it's only a few months old and has been used plenty of times before. So God knows what's happened with that, and I've ended up rigging a little wire under here just to get me free, but we will prevail, hopefully. Anyway, set-wise, so this is the set. It is the Captain Rex Y-Wing. A lot of controversy about this set actually, because obviously it came out and the figure itself was supposed to be an exclusive, which for the Venator, so the big £500, 550, whatever it is, pound set, and Captain Rex was supposed to be exclusive in there, and then obviously they've released it in a Y-Wing, which is great because it means that kids who want Captain Rex don't have to beg their parents or save or never get him because he only comes in a single £500 set. Now, I agree they could have maybe done him slightly different without arm printing or something like that, but we're talking about Lego, a giant company who, well, do they want to do reprints all the time and stuff like that? Probably not. Anyway, here by here, I mean, I did see things where people were getting refunds and all sorts, and Lego stopped that, but come on, it's a toy at the end of the day. And minifigures shouldn't be the reason you're buying Lego. Right, so what's new before we start building? Well, if you've seen any of my old builds, you'll probably know that... Oh, hi there, Patrick. How are you doing? Is it an easy build? That's what I want to know. How am I going to struggle doing it in stop motion? I hope not. I always have to modify slightly. Where was I? Yeah, I'm looking forward to building this one actually. I've had a few of the Y-Wings which I've done in stop motion. I don't think they're too bad. Hopefully this will be alright. So what's new at the moment? I've just got a new lens. So this is actually going to be my first proper stop motion with it. Let's get that up so you can see. So this is it's very dark in here. My equipment is Canon, don't look all that Lego there. It's spread over the bed and sorted it. So it's a Canon 600D that I use to take the photos, and I've just purchased this vintage lens which is a Nikon Micro 55mm with a manual aperture. Although I've got a problem with the aperture, the ring that mounts it to the camera, so the adapter is actually a bit too big. This lens has a skirt on it, which I don't think you can see on here, but essentially it gets in the way of the aperture ring turning. So I've got to set this manually before I begin. And I've set it on 8 today, and we've got our focus ring, which I'll probably change as I go. And then the Canon connects to the computer, and I use a program called Digicam, which you will see in action soon, to take all my photos using the keyboard. Hopefully that makes some sense. Oh, maybe I'll go through what else I have. So I have these lights rigged up here, as you can see. So there's 2 lights which face the set on a white background, and then I have 2 down lights which just give me plenty of light around, and I normally fiddle with those a bit before I begin, just to sort of get the lighting I'm happy with. I probably won't fiddle with them today, but I might fiddle with the camera settings a bit and start and stop a bit, because it's a brand new lens. I'm not sure how it's going to work. We will see. But yeah, if you are watching, say hi. Like I said, hi Patrick. I hope you enjoy this build. Hopefully the GoPro will give you a nice view from there. Normally I have it a bit higher. I don't really want to get a tripod because I think it will get in the way. I've also got my new tripod I'm trialing. Just going to make sure everything's tight on it. So lots of changes today, so it might go a bit slower than normal. With that being said, I do want to get on. Right, top right, straight above, you can see is the view my camera sees. So although you can see that, that's a full frame view, and obviously for videos I'm doing 9:16 rather than 4:3, so that view is cropped when you. So if I take a picture now and you watch that top right corner, and am I stopping the stream? No, I'm stopping recording. Oops, don't want to record. Let's use the tab button. So you'll see the 2 black bars, and that's where. Oh, did I put a hand in that? That's where it's cropping to. So I can see that on the camera. I can't see it anywhere else, annoyingly, but that's how it works. Right. For this stop motion today, we are going to have this set slide out of the frame while dropping all its leg onto the here. I'll then slide that back and then start building. The instructions are going to be online. You're going to see them as I go, because I'll probably use them on computers, keep my desk slightly clear. But let's get started. So I'm just going to take a reference shot, and then what I'm going to do is work out what type of box this is. That's it. So we're going to do it the other way. I didn't realise this box opens on this side. So blank shot. Oh, God, I need to stop clicking on OBS because there we go. Right, clear screenshot. Get the box central and lined up. Let's have a look. Almost there. Right, so I've ripped it open, and I'm just going to slightly move it. And do the same again. Just need to keep an eye on where it's going. What I should have done is actually, whoa, that's not what I want. I'm just going to take a photo, But now I'm going to switch to this and just have a look to see. It's fine. It's come out fine. So it's always small motions with any sort of stop motion. Now actually, my last video, let's have that slide off as well. So coming right towards the GoPro. Okay, that'll do. Right. Where's my hand? You. Right. So what I'm doing here, so I went very quiet for a moment, is I'm doing a little click because I just want to have some fun, some extra bits just at the start of the shots to have the Lego coming out. And this is my first chance to really look at the colours of the Lego actually. So like I said, it's a brand new camera. There's a lot I've been in test like shots, just macro shots and stuff, nothing to do with Lego. And so this is my first sort of chance to actually look and see what everything's looking like, how it's gonna colour, etc. And I'm not taking raw photos just because they take so much memory up, which means everything I'm doing is going to end up in the video. Which means I've got to really hope I get it correct. Right, I'm just going to get that Lego out of the way. The GoPro, because I'm assuming that's ruining the view of all. I was thinking that's not a lot of parts. I just realised it's got two backs. Right. First up, let's build Rexy Boy. Let's see what else I've missed. Some other pieces for his helmet and stuff. And let's get the instructions up. Where's the mouse? Right, I'll put it on the manual for a minute just so you can see what I'm looking at. So he has multiple parts to place on him. And that's what he looks like. I will build him later properly, I think. So hang around for the end of the video and I'll build him. I just want to get on with the set build for now, really. Let's just put his guns with him. Whee. Oh, that could be dangerous. I'm sure I just knocked my tripod. Luckily, it's on a blank screen. Don't get it very often, do you? So I'm just going to throw them together without everything else. So without his extras. Gonna have to do some 501st filming now. So if we go back to the GoPro, main, there we go. That is your Captain Rex minifigure without his extra bits. But we'll do that later, properly. Let's build. So, big part of stop motion is forward planning. And if you can tell, I haven't planned at all with this one. So, grey bit goes on there. That builds most of the ship by the looks of it. Bag 2 is going to build the engines. We're going to have trouble building the engines in location, but we can try. And then we put the stud shooters in. And then, woohoo! Oh, look, what else can we buy next? The Luke Skywalker, well, I don't know what they're called. I've got the Vader one. Did I get the Fett one? Oh no, I got Thanos. Mech suit thing. Yeah, lots and lots of bits. Cool. This looks fairly easy, so let's build. And what we're going to do first is, so you can't see what I'm seeing on the camera for now. So sorry about that, but I was going to put the manual up. If you want to see what's on the camera, I'll switch that in a little while. And then I'll also show you what's going on the program that takes all the photos, etc. Very, very shortly. You can see how dirty my... What is this? Is this blood? Oh, no, I know what it is. I was thinking, how have I got blood on my canvas there? It is not blood you can see on the GoPro, I promise. It is actually blood of the Blood God paint, which is used, which has been used for some Lego animations I've been doing. Right, let's get that there. I'm gonna I want to be able to see the Lego logo, so I'm just going to play with the focus on the camera. I think that looks good. I'm just going to open the first picture. Open the external viewer. So I'm actually using my little man there just to really... Yeah, that's better. Delete unneeded pictures as I go. There we go. Right. What I'm going to do is just put a blob of sticky tack, blue tack, at the end here. And all this is going to do is stop it from moving, hopefully enough. So I've put a piece right here in the middle, and I'm putting a piece right here at the end, just to prevent too much movement. Oh, you can see it, I don't like that. I probably should become lazy and not care about the blue tack showing, but I can't help myself but care. So as you can see, we've already been doing half an hour and I haven't even put a single brick down. This is why stop motion takes so long. Because I chat too much. I've got sticky tack on the end. Oh, it's terrible. Right. I think that's completely wrong place now. I'm not going to care about that bit. I'm going to start building. So we're going to build on the offside first, because this is going to be the same, but different. So when you're building in stop motion, sometimes it's quite important to look at the set, see how it builds, and work out what would be nice for the viewer to see. Got a lot of bounce in my... I said tonight will probably go wrong a lot because it's been a while. Now sometimes I do bricks flying in and stuff like that, but again, I'm probably rusty. The technology has been playing up a lot. Let's just get some bricks down. Right, what angle have we got? Some very bright colours on here today. Now, one thing I can do, so if you notice, it is quite small on the screen. These are very high resolution photos. So they're above 4K, I believe. I think they should still be. So what I'll actually do, I'm just going to move you forward as well. 9 shot, well, slightly, just going to keep it there. So let's show you what can be seen. So the next piece is here, if you saw in the manual. I'm just working out what comes after that. So this is why I had that piece of blue tack in. So we're going to turn it round to face the camera. Now, the rules of easing in and easing out means you start very slow movements and then you can do some bigger ones. And then as you want to come to a stop, which will be around here somewhere, you'll notice I look in all different directions when I do this. Sometimes I look at the screen on the camera because it updates quickly. Other times I'm looking at the screen on here just because it's bigger and I've got a more clear view and more visibility of the colours, and I can also see the previous photo. Right, so we have 2 of these going down, so 1 there. I should have built this on the... My friend gave me a giant 3D printed Lego stud once, which was absolutely awesome. I should have done this on there, just thought. Now you may notice I put a brick down on top of the studs. So I just need to go back and see what was going on over here. So that's this. So I put a brick down. You should have a nice clear view of that. But I don't push it down. I then take my photo. Thinking that looks out of focus. Right. It's still a little out of focus, but I don't, until I've played a bit more with this camera. I don't really want to mess around with it. Okay, so you may notice I put a brick down, take a photo, then I push it down and take another photo, and that's what I sort of called brick drop. And what that does, oh, I've lost my internet for some reason on my phone. What that does is make it look like the set's building itself, and it's just a really cool look, I think. Just going to check nothing else happens at the back or the sides. Stuff does happen at the sides, so we are going to do the sides first. Right. So we're just gonna again start turning this, which will be on the center point. Now this time as I'm turning it, we're just gonna do very small movement. Place the plate there. Very small movement. Push the plate in. Very small movement. Put the tile on. Very small movement. Push the tile down. Very small movement. Put the stud shooter in. I'm going to build the stud shooters ready. I'm not going to bother filming how you put those together because they're a nightmare. I don't think I've done that right. Oh yeah, I have. Right, did I do a very small movement? Let's do a very tiny movement. Push the stud shooter down. Then small movement again. Put that brick down. Small movement, push it down. You get the idea. I'll try and stop saying it. In some ways, it actually helps my own brain to say these things out loud as I do it. I mean, this isn't too bad, it's only 2 motions, but say you're doing an animation and you have multiple things to try and remember, which I add in animations to quite a lot of my builds, or I'm playing at making some. Actually, I've made what I think are some quite good fight scene animations recently. I'm still working on them, hence I haven't actually released them. That was also partly what I was doing a few weeks ago. Well, I haven't been releasing videos, etc. So it's still in shot. So we're just doing very small movements as this all comes round. Just gonna make sure it's still sitting central. And see, now stop talking, I'm getting worried that have I done something wrong? And then the final little piece, hopefully. It's just going to be this cheese wedge there. And then we need to go back and build the front section, or the back section, sorry. So I've just put an extra frame there, just to give it a bit of a break from what we were doing. And what I'll do in a minute is so at the end of this video, I will put it into DaVinci Resolve and show you exactly how I make this stop motion, hopefully, as long as it's not like midnight, as I do have work in the morning. God. See, it'd be much nicer if I could get paid to do this. So what we're going to do here, something a little different. Move it around. As that one goes down, this one will place. Oops. And this one will place. Ooh. I do have it slightly. I probably should have played my lighting a bit today more, because I've got some overcasty lights. Not the best, but well. Right, let's do this side. So I was planning on stopping the spinning, but actually it seems to just be working. So let's just go with the flow. Right, just to change that flow up a bit and help us get around to the bit we need to get to. Just put that one down a bit slow. So it took 3 steps, I should say, to get there. Hey Diego, how are you doing? New to the channel, or new to everything? Right, I'm just going to turn around a bit, and then we're going to get to that same point that we saw on the other side. Where I was just building up that edge. Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on the chats, but I am also focusing on the stop motion. So if you do send something and I don't reply for a few minutes, I will when I look. Just so you know. And we're just keeping the spin going. It's really, I'm wondering how. So this is what I was saying. I have got this stud that my friend gave me, which is really useful for stuff like this. I'm just wondering if I've got any drift, as in, is the set moving across? I can probably fix it in post if it is. I can sort of take the end frame and work out where would be the best place for it to be. So have you got this set? Are you a Star Wars collector, Diego? Of course you can subscribe. Always please subscribe. The standard YouTube, please subscribe, like, love, enjoy all my videos. Seriously, a lot of hard work goes into these. I mean, I just do it for fun, but as you can probably tell if you watch even a little bit of this stream, stop motion is not easy and takes a while. Is it a good set? Do you like it? It's one I've been meaning. Oh dear, not that. I did not mean to knock that bad. It's been one I've been meaning to pick up for a while since it released. Another channel I follow that also builds in stop motion, Motion Brickness. He has recently built this. And in fact, I haven't watched his video back to see what he did, so I might be an exact carbon copy. I'm sure I'm not. We build in quite unique ways. But he's also very good. He loves doing his Ninjago. So check him out as well. Always shouts out to the people that have supported this channel. Whether they be other content creators or not. Right, let's just get, so we're about to hit bag 2 in a minute, which is good. This is going really well. We haven't had, as far as I'm aware, there's been no technology issues either tonight, which is amazing. I mean, I do work in a very technical job and I'm very techie, so there shouldn't be, but for some reason, trying to run 3 different cameras does always have its problems. Right, anything else? So right in the front, we need to put in 2 little bits. So let's turn this a bit more, and then we can just get it to stop as it comes to the front. So why did you buy this set? Love of microfighters or a love of Rex? That's the question. Because I think a lot of people have bought this set purely for Rex. Right, I'm just gonna... So I've got a bit of blue tack. I'm just gonna shove it right at the back of this set. Hopefully, it's not quite enough really. Just looking to see where my supply has gone. Probably been stolen to hang up pictures. And just another picture. And let's take another one. And there we go. Right, and then two bits to slide in. So with anything like this where it's sliding in, what I generally do is put one in, start to slide it, maybe give it a little head start, and then put the second one in. As I slide the first one, and this can be really difficult, this part, because apart from you trying to move 2 things relatively similar speeds, the chance of actually moving your set becomes huge. And this just gives me an idea for the end. If I do an animation off this, if I could actually have these firing. There we go. Well, I think we've had a little bit of drift. Yeah, of course you can. Feel free to invite people, share the video, do whatever you want. It's public stream. I'm trying to grow the channel all the time, so do it. Tell them I'm building in stop motion. This video will be out soon as well. Right. What I'm going to do now is have this bag come into shot and magically drop and be bits everywhere. I'm thinking. I'm just going to take one more photo of the set in case I mess up. Hey there, I don't know, Rego, Texas? I don't know quite now how to say it. But nice to have you here. Right, I'm going to do this with my hands. So I'm going to slide this in like that, and it's going to suddenly drop and become bricks, hopefully. So just going to get this into shot. So for this bit, I'm going to put you on there, maybe. Digicam cam, no. I don't know if I have a GoPro 8 small. Where's this one? No. Manual large. Let's live view. No. Okay. I'm going to do it like this. You can see from that video anyway slightly what I'm doing. So I'm just going to line it up to the top of the frame. Hopefully you can see that. Now what I'm going to do, try not to move my hand. Just let it sort of look like it's sliding down. And then where it's currently sat, just going to put this in front of it. So let me get you back on the GoPro. So you can see I've just put a brick separator there. I have a question. How do you get the Y-Wing? What do you mean, how do I get it? This is direct from the Lego store actually. I went for a brick wall to get some bits for an animation to see what there was. and I just decided to buy it when I saw it, because I've been wanting to buy this one for a while. Right, just gonna see how this looks. Not so I'm in England, and no, it was Lego Shop had it. I think our local toy shop has it as well, because I'm sure I saw it a few weeks ago in there when I was shopping for my girls. Right, I'm just gonna. So if you watch that screen, you can see what I've just done, hopefully. So it's gonna come in, boom, becomes bricks on the floor, and then they're gonna just spread out. To be fair, if I ever do have a sold out set on here, it's probably because I got it on day one and I haven't built it yet. Usually is what's happened. So I've got, example, I've got the medieval blacksmith, which I brought over a year ago, which I started building, and then I don't know, I decided to build something else. I think it was the castle or the X-Wing, and I haven't gone back to it, and I will. It's the very next big live stream I'm going to start. I've also got a Back to the Future DeLorean up there. So hang on, if I get this camera, you can have a look. So yeah, I've got a DeLorean up there still to build, an Indiana Jones set, a fire truck that I bought for my girls, the medieval blacksmith, and a number of the helmets, which are still to be built. And I need to sort all this out. Oh, I've got a tiger as well that I got bought for my birthday. I don't know if I can get the camera up there. Not on this cable. But yeah, I've only got some flowers which were actually bought for my wife. But these are all going to be done in stop motion. I've also got loads in another cupboard over there, so I've got no end of builds to do. And in fact, my next one is this Heroica set. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but that's, I want to do something interesting with that basically, but I'm not quite sure what yet. Let's get in there. I've also got all the Lego from when I was a kid, so yeah. Right, need to see what the instructions are doing next. So let's have a look. Manual. Okay, so we're now working on the back of it by the looks of it. Can we see the back? No, so it is going to have to spin all the way around. So I'm just going to look to see what's happening at the front. Right, so I'm going to do this section first, actually. Well, we've got the front of the Y-Wing on show. So one more photo, just change the speed of things. Make sure I get that in the right place. Pop it down. Then I love how they put little windscreens on these microfighters. It's, oops. Why are we not taking photos? There we go. Probably not what you expect, really, is it? That's so cool. That's such a good way of getting a decent minifigure. As I was saying that, I've got Bo-Katan on the Lego magazine today. Oh, sad to hear that. Oh, yeah. Hope you watch some more of my videos soon. Bye. Right, where are we up to? So now we need to do a full rotation again. I'm just going to check that nothing else happens at the front. No, other than Rex Y going in. So yep, I'm going to spin the whole set round once again. So release from the blue tack. Take one more photo. Just to mix things up, it's going to go this way. It's going to go quite quickly this time because we've done the whole building in a circle thing. There we go. So if you're Star Wars fans, what do you think of the Acolyte being cancelled? Right, a bit more sticky tack this time, so nice big, oops, nice big wedge. Just realised you can't see what I'm looking at. Put it on that one again. Right, oh god, I want to do that. Did not want to do that. There we go. Alright, there should be some at the front as well, but it's not really holding, so I'm just going to put it there. And hope it holds. Sometimes in stop motion you just have to pray. I mean, have you seen the news that the Acolyte's cancelled? Because I quite like that series, but I think it didn't have great viewing, unfortunately. The fact they teased Plagueis and obviously Yoda right at the end of it, it was like, oh, season 2 is going to be awesome. And we never got it. Just realised I hadn't put any music on this today, did I? With all the castle builds, I've always had music on them. Right, what are we doing here? So we are now... So what I'm going to do is put it slightly out of order. And this is purely just to make it look better for the viewer. I'm really hoping this is in a really good focus, because if not, it's going to look terrible. It looks like it is. I'm just hoping I don't need to do any colour correction. So I was saying, I don't know if you saw right at the start of the video, I was saying I've got a lot of new equipment. Not new equipment as well, it is new equipment to me. I'm working with a new tripod and a new lens on my camera, so... And I haven't streamed for a while, so I've been messing around with some of these settings. So I'm just hoping I'm getting the sort of pictures that I want. Because just getting your camera still and getting your lighting right is only one part of it. Getting all your camera settings right is a whole nother ball game. There we go. Right. I'm looking forward to seeing this one come together to see what it looks like. There we go. So that's going on there. How many photos are we up to? 219. Oh my god, have I got... No, that's fine. So just so you know, I've filmed 24 frames per second, which means every 120 photos is 10 seconds. So currently, this whole video is 30 seconds, no, less than 20 seconds long at the moment, which just seems mad. We've still got a fair bit to go. Well, we haven't. Right, I'm just going to, while I'm here, put this control panel on as well. Can you see that? Where's the box? Is that it for the back? Okay, yep, so it's got his little headrest. Right. So just gone a bit quiet because I'm just sort of thinking through exactly what I'm doing here. She's building an engine, obviously. Just on a very, very... I'm a bit worried because my older tripod wasn't quite... This is very low with a very tall extension tube sort of thing at the moment. Not an extension tube, but normally I'd probably have the tripod part a bit higher, almost like a monopod at this stage. Right, what we're going to do is pop that out, pop that in, pop that back in. Just looking to see what building I've just done. Okay, that worked. Somehow that worked. Best part was when I did the Razor Crest Microfighter about a year or so ago. I actually put the engine on back to front while I was doing the stop motion. I didn't even click. Oh god, what? Why can't I put this engine on? Okay, that's gonna go and be funky. There we go. If you don't want to go on normally, you can go on like that. Why are you moving so much? Stop moving. You're going to make the picture look bad. Right. God, nothing wants to stay on, does it? What I'm going to start to do is actually turn this around a bit, ready for the other side. So I'm going to take this bit off again. I probably did too big of movements there, but I'm sort of speeding up a bit now. We need an end piece. We're almost there with this Y-Wing. I can't remember last time I completed a set in a single night, as in stop motion. Of course, I build Lego. I can build Lego rather quickly. Actually, saying that, I quite often build with my daughters, which can quite easily be multiple days of building. Bearing in mind they're only young. I want to see the latest photo. Where are we up to? Right, we still need to turn around a bit more. Right. so not long. And right, this is a bit of a weird one, so I'm going to put that in there. God, I'm boiling tonight, I tell you that. So with my laptop running OBS, running the program for the camera stuff, running the GoPro, running the big screen, Chrome in the background as well, which I've probably got a billion tabs open on, which someone will probably tell me off for. Yeah, it produces a bit of heat. Bit of blue tack once again, just because I'm quite happy with that position. I'm quite happy with the focus as well, actually. That's looking good. I wasn't sure because my previous one, like the depth of field, is very hard to judge. Whereas previously I was using sort of an F11 stop. Okay, can anyone tell me what the big black rods are for? Because I haven't put them in, and I have 3 of them. I'm assuming 2 are used, but I have no idea right now. So if you can tell me, or tell me what page in the instruction manual I should be looking at, because I didn't see those go in anywhere. Are they part of the set? Yeah, ×2. Let's get you on the manual. I'm really bad at this. I should look more. I bet it's here. Yeah. It's when building the engines to hold them together more. That's fine. Who cares about that? Oh well. As long as it's not too bad a piece. I don't think I'm winning any speed build competitions, so I don't think it matters too much that I've missed something off. Unless, of course, I've got a speed build for super smooth stop motion. Then maybe, just maybe, I'd be winning something. Right. Now I need to build my boy Rex. Now, if you have watched it this far, thank you very much. Please hit that like button. We're almost at the hour. I'm really happy, actually. I've built this in less than an hour, even though I was chatting rubbish for half of it. Now, Rexy boy's going to get his little visor. No, I love the way Lego does this. We just have hundreds of these things. Also, a very tickly nose, something. And we have his tiny, tiny little cape. Tiny, tiny. Look. I'll probably get a better focus on that one. Better lighting as well on that one, actually. Right, and that goes over his right shoulder. Any particular way, Lego? Do you care? I might buy another one of these because I quite like that little cape. I'm actually going to do it the other way around because it'll look better. You can't really see what I'm doing. I'm going to build him in stop motion in a minute. That'll come very shortly. Planning on. I've got some more toys I bought this week in the form of extension tubes. Rex doesn't have a standard clone face. He has a little. Is that? he's got a plaster on his head, basically, by the looks of it. Now, I'm trying to think back to the Clone Wars and Rebels. He doesn't have a bandage or anything. Is that supposed to be where he's had his inhibitor chip removed? Right, here we go. So he's going to drop into this now. And look at that, we've built a whole set. Just have him lean forward. And then very slowly sit back. There we go. Running out of drink. Right, what should we have him do? What should we have him do? What should we have him do? He definitely needs to fly towards the screen. Thinking. So this is my set of... Nope, it's not. That's my castle one. Right, I'm just going to find... there it is, maybe. So, here we go. Invisible thingos. What shall we do today? So I've got some invisible wire and I've got these. That's what I think I need to do is build a little rig for it to lift up on. It's not very balanced. So what I'm trying to do is I have these little Lego pieces. They're actually from the Sonic set. You can get them anywhere. But I'm going to have this fly out. I'm just trying to work out what Lego I've got around. So let's disconnect. And then what I'm going to do is just start to lift it up at the front there. And what I'll do is remove these in post, and I'll be taking a photo at the end, which is just blank. Just to get rid of these. I kind of know where it's going, so I'm just going to have it sort of sat up like that. Move forward slightly. Just going to see what it looks like. I'll put a piece here just to highlight it. The problem is normally it's actually balancing this. It can get very, very difficult. I just realised this microfighter doesn't have those bits on the bottom like most of them used to. running out of invisible bricks. You might be thinking, why is he not just using some Lego bricks underneath? But because I'm hoping I might be able to preserve some of the shadow. Oh, that didn't look good. Also, I've got an orange piece in those shots. That was a mistake. I'll delete that one. Delete that one. I'm going to be deleting half of this. Right. Let's also get rid of the blue tack on the inside. So I just want to have this fly around a bit basically. And then I'll do some beautiful glamour shots of it. And if you can hide your rigs, it does make the post a lot easier, but this sort of thing is not that hard to get rid of. So we're just going to take a blank shot. Partly that will help with hiding everything, so just do a couple of those and I'll extend that out as a single photo. Right, and then where is he? I wonder if we can get it to balance like that. Hell no. Okay. I don't know how that's going to come out, but we'll see. Sorry, I went very quiet. Sometimes the animation stages can be quite hard. I don't know. I might not keep that. But what I will do is get that back in focus. Real nice. And just try and take some really, really classy shots of this. There we go, look at that. It's a pretty ship. Right. I need to... Have we got a spare... Oh, I didn't get a spare stud. Damn. Oh, I didn't do... Oh, damn it. I didn't do Rex correctly. I just realised he's supposed to have his little headpiece. Oh well. Right. I'll put it on him for there. Take a nice picture. Right. Next up, we are going to scrap all this that I've done so far. No, we're going to build Rex in minifigure form, ready for the video. So this is my minifigure. Oh my god! So I put 4 kilos of weight in my tripod weight bag. Oh my god, it feels heavy. It's not actually that heavy, but somehow it feels heavy. Right, going to get the perfectly balanced tripod. And drop this down, hopefully without going in the bag itself. It's just, where's this? Hello. It's interesting. Right, just gonna pop Rexy boy on here. I'm gonna give it dust first and a blow. Right. And a couple of things I want to do. First up, let's get the height correct. So all I'm doing now, sorry, I've just gone very quiet again. I'm just setting up the camera to take photos of Rex. I think we're going to need a bit higher because what I want is for his face to be in shot. Now, I'm going to try something else here as well. Oops, didn't mean to the menu. So, these are extension tubes. This is something I've been wanting to play with for a while. So, extension tube does what it says on the tin, it extends. And I have had a little play with them on with my Canon lens, but not with the Nikon lens yet. So Let's just put a 31mm one here. Oh, that didn't line up. Why didn't that line up? No, that isn't going to do what I want it to do. I don't think. No, right. But let's try a slightly smaller one. So that's the biggest one I've got currently. Probably these are more, my planned use is more for stop motion. Just put that cover there. I'm going to take a test shot. So what I'm trying to do is just get him really well lined up. I'm just going to stick him down. So apologies, this bit's a bit slow. I'm just working out exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to use the infinity focus, which I'm not too keen on actually. No, you know what? I don't think I like that at all. See, he needs to be closer to be in focus. Oh, the camera has died. It's that one that's watching me. What I'll do for a minute. It's my fault. I knew that one was sort of half on its way out. I'll put this one here for now. So you get a bit of an idea of what I'm trying to play with here. So you can see Rex, you can see him in the corner. Oh, wrong one, that's the twisty. And one thing I'm going to do actually is check to see if my tripod's level. Just going to move the camera down so it wasn't. So that's probably part of my problem. So many adjusters on this. It's great, but sometimes I'm like not 100% sure what I'm adjusting. So there's a little spirit bubble level here. And I'm just getting my camera perfectly level. And then we'll pop it back in. Put it back on. And as you can see, Rex is now completely out of shot. So let's get him centralized. And let's drop the camera down. That is actually where I normally have my Lego figures. So that is almost perfect. I'm just going to, again, do a test shot or two because I'm not 100% sold on the extension ring yet. In addition, it's not level for some reason. Okay, that's a lot better focus than we had before. But it's quite dulled like, compared to this. But it probably looks quite good on him. It really separates him from that background. Is the background blurry? So is that blurry there? Again, these are just test shots so I can see what's going on. It's still blurry, so perfect. So we've got a nice bit of background blur, which is going to help with actually making this figure. I might be able to turn this one back on now. Now here's a question, do I want to try and level this off somehow? Because as he turns, he's not going to be level otherwise. Now I'm getting quite precise with this because with my figures, I do like to get them looking really good. And it can be a hard balance sometimes and not having this light shining on them like you're seeing here a bit, while still getting them fairly well lit up. There we go, right. And I'll lock off Rex's plate. I'm going to go through and just delete these test shots quickly. Some pretty shots there, and then we're going to take a photo. Oh, we are back on that camera. Back on that camera, but I've got a light in front of my face now, so it's really useful. Right. Just gonna hook this wire here so I don't pull it, and you'll be able to see me building Rex, hopefully. And it's almost from the perfect camera view. I probably could put that. I don't want to knock my camera now. Oh, that's not where I want it. I can be so fussy about this. I'm not sure if I'm happy with this or not. We'll see. Let's just get Rex in pieces. And then we can start to build. And this should take about 10 minutes. And then I will show you on DaVinci Resolve how I make the stop motion. Obviously, I'm not going to go into things like sound effects and stuff like that tonight, but I'll just show you the basics of how all these 328 photos so far become a fully fledged animation. Just double check. And because it's Rex, we've got to have my classic minifigure build method, which is they come flying in. Try to think if I've got all the 501st figures from the most recent era, and I think I do. So right, we want that. It's quite cool, sort of epaulets, I think they're called. And if you've watched any of my castle build stuff, you'll know I do this all the time with the capes. Oh, that head came down way too fast. Minimum 4 frames, please, Rex. He's very bendy. Going to take 3 photos here, although they're exactly the same. And I could just extend it. It makes the final animation process a little bit easier. trying my hardest not to move his body too much. Right, with helmets, such as this, bit of blue tack on the inside, twingy, then popping it in his hand with the blue tack. And it just gives us that ability to move a lot more. And if you're clever, you never even see the white tack, or you get a really blurry photo as the helmet falls off his head. Right, these last few shots, I don't know if you've noticed, I've left the blue tack on the back of the helmet, just getting off now, but I was just using that to keep it balanced as such as it came down. It's still in his hand now, it's just doing a little wibble as it goes on, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. Now you might be thinking, where's our boys Rex's little pistols? They're coming very shortly. So now the spin begins. Just being 100% that my hand is not in shot. Deleting that last photo because we took an extra one by mistake. Because I got this on quite slow shutter speed, so it's only on 110. It's just to allow a lot of light in and to sort of let me have the aperture a bit wider, so a bit more closed. It's interesting. I think we've got good light shine there. I just realised you can just see my hand. I do apologise. Right, so as I get 3/4 of the way around, this is where the fun begins. So Rex is going to start reaching backwards. I think we've gone a bit too far there, so I'm just going to delete that photo and take it again. He's also got the tiniest bit of random fabric on him. What I'm going to do, just take him off, because this next step is a bit harder. Just putting his pistols on. And pop him back in. Hopefully we can remember where he was. It's really good, so I've got the two images kind of next to each other. Right, for the last, I'm just going to bring his gun right up. Get those pulled away. So it should be quite a quick movement, because it's going to be I'm locking him in place, so hopefully he's level again. Just going to check that before I take the photo. And he's a trained military man, so his guns would be perfectly level. That'll do. And then he's going to stare down the barrel of this gun and fire them both. A little bit of recoil, but again, this is Captain Rex of the 501st. He is a trained military man. I think that'll do. One more. And then with all minifigures, I always take a blank page at the end. So there is Rex, and that is the animation thus far. I can't get this light out my way. I wonder if I can move the camera. Right, where's my mouse? What we're going to do now is open DaVinci. So here you go, you can start to see some of the photos I've taken. And what I will do is give you a little preview. It's not going to be the final video, obviously. But you'll have a preview, and I'm just working out where these photos go today. Digicam, Captain Rex's Y-Wing. Right. Delete the first few as well. Those are not needed. So I did 435 photos today. There might be one or two in there that need deleting, I'm not sure. I obviously also open recent projects, Star Wars. We're not doing castles today, we're doing Star Wars. I wonder if I change this to that. That is not better. Okay, no, that is not better. That was upside down and all messed up. Right. DaVinci, have you loaded? It's trying. There we go. So this is DaVinci Resolve. Now, can you see? What can you see? What can you see? I think I normally put this there like that. I do. Clearly I do. So what I'm gonna do, I normally have it on a super wide screen, but that isn't gonna fit on here. So what I'm doing is creating a new bin, which we're going to call Rex Micro, actually, because that's the what we used. Y-Wing Rex, and we've actually got Y-Wing resistance, and I think we've got Y-Wing something else somewhere. Another new bin within this called Clips, and in there I'm going to dump all of today's clips. So I've just got a folder open on the other window. I'm just going to literally select all, drag them across, as you can see, and then in here they're in time order, only because if I ever delete some, sometimes it makes a bit of a mess. And then create a new timeline using selected clips. Now you can't see what I'm looking at, so I wonder. You can see that, but you can't see it very well. So normally I use project settings, but today I'm just going to adjust this slightly. Let me turn off the Lego brick. So this is the pop-up that we normally get. Just going to call it Rex Y-Wing Micro. It doesn't matter too much. Just helps. Right, it's Ultra HD. Timeline frame rate is 24 frames per second. Output's exactly the same. Colors standard. Monitor, who cares? And that's it. That is my project settings as per normal. So I'm just going to create that timeline at 24 frames per second. I'm going to then drop that into Micro Y-Wing Rex. And then, as you can see here, so these pictures are automatically imported. By default, in DaVinci, it actually imports at 3 or 5 seconds, I can't remember. but you can change your default to not be that. Hey Tom, how you doing? And then duration of each clip is going to be 2 frames, so 0 seconds and 0.2 in timeline. Let me just show you that as well. Resolve. No, it's not going to let me now. No. There goes the camera again. Resolve. Back to that. Let's see when that camera's died. How are you doing, Tom, today? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you actually wrote that. Yeah, I've built a whole Lego set, which is more than I've done for a while. So that's good. And now I'm just trying to work out how to present this best. There we go. That's terrible. The problem with multiple monitors and multiple things going on. Let's minimize that window. And make this one bigger. That isn't what I wanted. That's what I want. There we go, now it fits perfectly. Perfect enough. You can see what's happening at least. Right, so got a timeline, and if we hit play on that, he says, not working. Hopefully we'll see what we made today. And then it's just a case of adding sound effects, which is really, really easy to an extent. Awesome. Right, 2 things I do. At the start and the end of the minifigure, oops, these, so I've selected those 2, they become 12 frames. So that they're half a second of the plate, and the very last frame in the minifigure becomes 24 frames, so that it's just sits there for a minute at the end, and that's perfect for them when you want, when I post it to TikTok and stuff like that. And that looks awesome. Right, so this bit I want to remove the dirt, the rigs and stuff, so I'm just done a copy of that. For some reason my thing's jumping multiple frames. Paste it in next to it, but I'm going to put it on a secondary timeline. Delete that little gap. I'm going to make it like 6 seconds long. 6 frames long. Then I can work out where it needs to start and end. So there. Let's do this. Yeah, so that one there. So we can have a blank shot and then to there, where you can't see it anymore. And then we'll have a rotation. I was a bit there, but I'm not sure I'm too bothered about that. Right, so now I've done that, I'm going to go to the start of this clip. Oops. And then hit the color wheel tab. It's this one here. Add an alpha output. Drag the alpha output to itself. So now, if we put holes in this piece of picture, we can see through them. Then we're going to go to the window, add a, I can't remember, it's a freehand tool, and then I'm just going to put 6 points in to begin with, zoom out just slightly. Okay, make it 7. Right, so as you can see now, we can see the original picture. And zoom right in. Oops, why are we not on hand tool? For some reason not on the hand tool. But we're also not producing extras. Right, just going to drag that so it's covering everything. Then I'm going to add another point in. And just make sure that I get rid of my hand just there. I'm just moving this using the middle mouse button. And again, just bring it in. These little handles can make curves, so you can pull those across to really hide stuff. Make them longer, shorter. It takes a bit getting used to, but once you've got it, you've got it. There we go. My hand has vanished through now. So, just going to turn that off. And as you can see, there's this horrible line here because of the shadow. So let's put the power window back on. Was there a reason I needed it gone here? Not really. So it's sort of a decision on this point of whether you need, yeah. So what I'm going to do is create some soft around the outside. Not that much, very small amount really. I'm going to do some on the inside as well. Right, what I'm going to do is go back to that power window. Just drag it back down, although now I've got the annoyance of multiple handles. And then we're going to turn it off again. It's not great, but it's not terrible. I could just remove the whole lot and it'll be fine. It'll look a bit weird without shadow, or I could potentially add one back in. I think I'm just going to remove the whole lot. It will look nicer at the end of the day. For some reason, the mouse isn't clicking through. Right, important part, go back to that frame you had. Go on the tracker window, click on frame, not clip. For some reason my mouse is not doing what I want it to do. Normally, I can use my mouse to click through one frame at a time. So I'm going to do this both directions for a minute. This is just a soft handle. So again, I'm just going to add in a bit extra there just to hide that. I'm going to take some of the curve off. And then I'm going to move forward one frame. And I'm just adding keyframes in here just to make sure that it doesn't overlap. Right. And then the beauty of this one is it's quite blurry. There we go. And you can check these every now and then, just turn off that power window, just check it looks nice. Turn it back on. So you can just about see that bar, so I'm just going to try get rid of it. I'm questioning if these are in the right order because the bar seems to move up, the ship seems to be moving up and down a bit. Get rid of my hand there. There we go. Don't know why I do these things sometimes. Oh, need to put that one back there. So that's okay. Let's just add a keyframe. If you forget to add a keyframe and you move something, it will sort of position it relatively in the next frame. So it'll move between the two keyframes and you'll have a bit which is in the middle. I just realised you can't see me indicate doing motions with my hand, but yeah. So that's the first view. Let's go back the other way. And we should be good here for a bit. Just going to zoom in. If you're watching a video, you might notice I did, because I was wanting a bit of movement, I actually was moving the ship slightly as all this occurred. So I'm just adding in keyframes just to keep it looking good. That bit shouldn't matter because that was just the ship coming in. So blanks, right, somewhere the ship goes out. So here we go. So there. Right, this is where we then need to bring these keyframes back in. And just remove the base. And again, the shadows and the blue tack, I'm just gonna remove. There we go. I'm going to put those as near to the point as I can because there's a bit too much getting removed there. What I'm going to do here is put this one here actually and bring this one up, reduce the curve. There we go. Just trying to make it look as nice as possible. It doesn't have to be exact because this is literally 2/12 of a second. Not even that, it's 1/12 of a second. 2/24 it's on screen for. But obviously if you have multiple looking bad, it will look bad. Right, let's, so was the last one, did the last one have that in? Next frame. Oh, we've got a crash. Please don't crash, please don't crash. No, we're back, good. Right, so nothing happens on that frame, so it's fine. This frame, however, if you notice, we've got the orange tool in there, plus we've got some shadow. So all I'm going to do, oh, it's really weird, it's like we've got control or something held down somewhere. Right, I'm just going to bring that around. Move this one out, move that in a bit. Clip there, and then I'm going to bring a point in here. I didn't realise I was doing that. Right. Let's just So what I'm doing here is trying to get rid of this horrible orange tool that I left in there rather stupidly. Right, so I'm gonna bring this. Oh my god, it's the only problem with having soft in there. I think that is gonna have to leave some there, unless I could do it, but I don't want to get particularly in depth for a video which is only 30 seconds long. We need to remove the soft hair. It's creating too much of a problem. Right, I'm gonna leave it at that. I know it's still visible, but unless I sit here for ages doing it, it's not gonna improve. Oh, we've got not response. Why is this keep not responding? Got too much random stuff going on. So we're going to close out one of the programs. Just to help the computer a bit. There we go. Right, one more. There. Right. That needs to come out of the way. And again, this is what I sort of meant earlier when I was saying it becomes a bit of a nightmare. So in fact, I might have been better off doing this one separately to everything else, but I'm too far into the game now. Let's just do it all as one. Oh, for God's sake. We're fine. Let's just watch that on a loop. Oh, we're not allowed to loop that one. Where's the one with alpha channel? Let's watch it on here. There you go. See, it's not... I know there's imperfections in there, but it's looking good. And then we've got Rex at the end. So I'm just going to put a timeline marker there. And what picture did we decide was nice in the end? It wasn't that one. So deleting that. It wasn't that one because he didn't have his thing. It's that one. So again, just going to put that in for 24 frames. And then I'm going to go to the inspector window on this one. And I'm going to do a dynamic zoom, which just adds some motion. And I'm going to extend that out again. So it's going to be 3 seconds. Oh, I've got one to delete there as well. So Rex needs to go at the start of the video, which was a mistake I made. So Control X, and then pop him at the start, and Control V, pop in a timeline marker. Completely wrong. he's going to go here, between these two white shots, which might mean I want to add a tiny, because there's a slight difference in the colour, because I added that extension tube. I'm just going to add a transition of a smooth cut. Yeah, you don't even notice it. And then the same again at the end here. Just a smooth cut. Boom. Right, to do sound effects, I'm not going to do them tonight probably. But I have a whole range of sound effects. I'll just show you one or two, because I don't know if you'll hear the sounds anyway. Let's add a sound source. Audio output capture. Audio Da Vinci. Let's see, you might hear that, you might not. Right, so I have a set of sound effects somewhere. Sounds, it's different on every single project I've ever done, which is so useful. Lego sounds, and then let's do build. Let's do the standard. Let's do Rex. Oh, why is this jumping so many? So normally, if I push my mouse, it does a right button instead of a jump. I think I know why actually. Right, so build one. So what I'm going to do is just drop it below, and I'll automatically create an audio file, an audio track. One, there you go. You can hear that. One thing to note is, so I'm just stepping through this. You've got to watch if your audio is mono or stereo, because it will create it automatically in that format. And a lot of the Lego sounds I have are a mixture. Right, we need a cape bush. I wonder if we've got a cape bush from when I did Vader. Cape. As you can see, I've collected all sorts of sounds. Is it this? No, definitely not Yoda. Pods. No, it must have been somewhere else that I was doing this. Oh, I'll come back and I'll add a cape swoosh in at some point. Actually, let's do that one. See if that works. Yeah, that's kind of good. Now sometimes if a sound effect overruns, I have to put a second lot in. We're just about okay at the moment. And classic helmet noise is build 3. So let's let him get it up and then build 3 just here. Maybe here. Right, as he gets his guns, I'm going to add what's called a pop click. Just there. Just sounds like someone getting something out. And then I'll use the, so I've got Star Wars sounds, blaster, Republic, resistant temperatures, Republic. That one. Going to use those two, so I'm just in and out. I don't know if the timing will be right, but let's just see. Right. Control B on that. Delete that bit of the sound, move this one up. That's it. And that is our Pretty Boy sound affected. And then let's add some building sounds. So again, Lego sounds. And let's go build 1. So I use this build 1 because it's just basically a brick click. And it's quite slow. And then I have Lego assemble somewhere. Lego form. That's it. I quite often use those. I don't like to run them the whole way through the video. But I might do with this one. I normally double them up as well. I might triple this one up. And now I like to change it up. So the different ones have slightly different sounds. And it's good to try and sort of just align it a bit with this. So there goes, that one starts. Form 4 sound. It'll repeat. I did say I wasn't going to do this bit, but I'm doing it. And we're going to go back to form 3 because we're back on the side, which I like to try and make bits where they repeat the same sort of sound. Right, here we go. So we're going to put brick 2 in there. Build 2. Followed by an attach 3. So I know all these sounds, which is sort of how it comes to be. Right, now we want a Lego disassemble. Debris, full bar. here. There you go. Just gonna nudge that back 2 more, so it just goes back 1 frame. Then our form starts again. So we're going to move on to form 5. Just going to cover the end of that. And we'll do form 5 again here. Sorry if this is boring, but this is what stop motion is. Attach 4 because it's a sliding thing. And then form 6. Form this one. Again, I'm going to have to adjust in the sound levels in this one. Right, there we go. So that slides in. I'm just going to copy this for a minute because I can't remember which one I used. And we're going to Lego impact him falling in. So impact 4, I think. And then we need a ship sound. I'm just going to go back to the start because I didn't do. So as the box opens, I'm going to use Lego slide. I use debris. There's a full part there. We need a finger click. There we go. I knew I'd done this recently. I believe this is my own sound. Yeah. So we're just going to up the volume on this one by 10 because it's very quiet. And we're going to add, just put the semitones down by 2, put the volume up by 15. There you go, bit deeper click. And then once that's finished, I'm going to do a Lego sounds, debris. There we go. And I think that's our sound effects almost done. I wasn't planning on that, but it happened. Ships. It's not a Y-Wing, but it'll do. Perfect. Right, so all there is to do for this. Oh, it says YouTube is not responding, but I can see it's still working on there. Right, let's go back to camera main. Oh, main. I've lost my camera. There we go. I forgot. Oh, the other one I turned off. So, all that's left to do on this now, I don't like this camera. All that's left to do on this now is put a bit of background music, and I'm going to do a rotation on the little turntable. I don't know where that is right now, but that's basically the whole video is now taken 2 hours, 21 minutes and 49 seconds, and that's with me messing around with the lens at the start as well. So that's how long it takes to build 100 and something piece Lego set, if it's even that, in stop motion, and edit it and do the minifigure. So I hope you enjoyed it. and I hope you see you next time. Like I said, I've got lots and lots of sets I've got to build. I've got some animations coming. I've got some quite cool different sets I'm going to build soon, like this Heroica one, which is a Lego game that's been something different. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to just produce this video actually as a demo. Let me have a look at Rex Y-Wing while I do this. Just gonna send the video. Oh, if it wants to. It's a 40-second and 16-frame video. So, Y-Wing test. Let's just do it in HD so it produces really quickly. And then you can have a watch. What I'm going to do, I'm not actually ending it right this. Let's turn this camera back on because it should be charged now. Joys of trying to get everything working and talking to each other. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed it today. That video is now ready to go. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I hope you've liked it. I will be posting this video in the next few days. I'm trying to work out if I've got some other videos to post actually. I'm sure I've probably got something that I haven't released. Oh, I've got another Star Wars one. I've got the previous 501st set. I've never finished it. I've got that, plus some fight scenes, plus some other bits, plus I'm hoping to take part in the Bricks in Motion competition, which is coming up soon. So check all that out, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon. Check out the rest of the channel. If you haven't seen it, the castle video is doing very well at the moment. Lots and lots of people watching it. And I think we got a good video today. So, little Y-Wing, little Rexy boy, all done. See you next time. Enjoy this next few seconds of video.